Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down. Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. These two teams, they met up in the opener a season ago in Detroit, and it was the Lions who came out on top 35-23. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in that game, 2 to rookie Kenny Galladay. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Underneath for Johnson. They're shoving his way inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over.
Operating from the gun. Murray. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Second and 10, Stafford again. Going for the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to the air on second down. Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 45 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Detroit, Detroit. Over, 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 over.
Throwing again. Murray. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw on second down. Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. Nifty footwork at the 45. Oh, he did it again. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
But yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to roll past it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 38.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Here's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
To throw again. Murray. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They give him a gain of 38.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. Eluding the tackle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Murray. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Complete. It's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Lions have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
10.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now it's Stafford. And that's complete to Lewis. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Tommy Lee Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
21.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Bryce Treggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Prater to add the PAT. And now it's blocked. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. With it on the return is Logan. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
From the gun, Murray. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st down, Murray. That's caught by Butler over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 99. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Murray now. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
White. Hey, tag 50 left. Hey. 32.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch it now, Barney!
They go to Johnson again. Spins past him. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Over!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Operating from the gun. Murray. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw is Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
With it on the return, it's Logan. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt.
Well, the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun! Watch you now, Barney!
Looking to throw. Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Butler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Watch you now, Barney! No. Check. Patriot! Gun!
Back to throw. Murray. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Over!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is Johnson. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Over! Gun!
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Over!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun!
Back to throw. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. He got 29 yards that time. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
On the toss, here's Johnson. They're spinning away, and now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
He's back to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So they went for the 6, didn't get it. Now the call has to be for 3.
I agree with you. I know the competitive instinct says, let's go ahead and take another shot. But you took it already. Go ahead now, get the field goal.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Here's Murray. And he fires one incomplete. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. One last throw here for Stanford. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.